Kendrick Lamar disses the other two big three.
Mm-hmm.
You dropped an album. Big Sean dropped a single, and then there's this Kendrick verse that just takes over the world.
Mm-hmm.
What were your initial thoughts when you heard the verse? Because it's an amazing verse, and I'm not as excited because I don't think Drake's gonna reply. I'm really excited to see what J. Cole says. But what were your thoughts, just from a fan's perspective?
This motherfucker.
Like, why today? Why not next week?
This motherfucker waited till today.
Yeah.
This motherfucker waited till today to do this shit. Right? But nah, I'm actually a fan. Like, I fuck with Kendrick. I'm a fan of Kendrick.
Has he ever tapped in? Pause. Are we pausing that?
Yeah, but
Yo,
listen, but
you and I couldn't hang out too much because you would be. I'm fucked up over here.
Yeah. Has he tapped in? It's crazy, but nah, I haven't talked to him, but he's somebody that I think is fire, you know. And it's like, I know he's aware of me, you know. We've
of course
the same, we work with a lot of the same people, some producers and shit like that. So, but yeah, he's fire.
Yeah,
I fuck with Kendrick. When he dropped it, though, I'm definitely like, God damn, nigga, why today you do this shit? You know, I didn't really give a fuck about what Big Sean dropped too much. Like, that didn't really bother me.
There's a fucking fly just floating in front of you.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think it was just an interesting time to drop. I was like, damn, because you know Big Sean's always talk about he's like the fourth guy in the big three, and it's like, bro.
Big Sean said that?
I feel like that's always kind of been like an interesting perspective, like, you know, in the blog era rap scene. Like,
well, you know what is a Big Sean, like at that time, like has the time.
Right.
Like he's around, or he's made like a lot of big records too. Big Sean's fire, but I was saying this on the Breakfast Club, it's like these guys have been in the game for like Kendrick, Big Sean, Drake, they all came like up, at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like
they were all peers. You're kind of like right after them.
I'm right after them. So this is why he feels like he should be included in that conversation, you know? Like he could, but he took a lot of time off too, you know? He just stopped, you know what I mean? Like completely.
Has there been a concept for a record that, because you have some crazy like joints, bro. Like I feel like, you know, I mean, I heard you talk about it. Sometimes you'll come up with a visual before you even figure out the song, and it's like a real like piece of art. It's like a standalone piece of art between the music video and the record. But has there ever been a concept that you came up with that you had to scrap because you thought it was a little too controversial?
Hell yeah. Well, not controversial, but just like I've had records that I've had to scrap all the time just because I felt like they just weren't. Like
the people weren't ready?
Yeah, people weren't ready.
Yeah.
Like or not they weren't ready, but the record just didn't come out the way that I thought it was gonna come out.
Right.
You know?
That's fair. It's important to be self-aware. On Sticks and Stones, you say that you think about quitting rap a lot. I feel like it's got to be a hard thing to want to leave if you love it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, me saying that was really just, I've been making music for a long time.
Before we knew who you were.
Before you knew who I was, right. You know? So it's like, for y'all, it's like, I just got here a couple years ago, but it's like for me, I've been making music since I was like 7, 8, bro.
Right.
You know, so it's been a long time since I've been, you know, creating.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
Years. So for you, is there like because at the end of the day, like with this rap shit, I feel like everyone kind of has like hits a wall, like when it comes to like, bro, I'm sure, especially for you, like it's got to be like mentally exhausting because you're so. Like your shit ain't just like, yo, let's go grab a camera and hit the liquor store. The Sticks and Stones video was the most normal rap video I've ever seen you shoot. By the way, you were just walking through Times Square.
But I think sometimes it's necessary.
Perfect because it's a Conway record.
It's necessary, bro. It's like sometimes it's like going above and beyond and OD, trying to like do too much and trying to like, you know, every video has to be a masterpiece. It's like crazy. It's like sometimes I just like I want to chill. Sometimes I want to just walk around and do some simple shit. Sometimes, you know, it's like I don't ever want people to like get too comfortable with me always making this like huge music video splash. Right. You know, it's like sometimes I just want to just do shit like that's not that, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Talk to me about obviously you've been in a couple of movies now. Bad Boys 4, the trailer dropped. Is this a direct result of manifestation for you? Because the Will video.
Hell yeah.
I got Will Smith's book down there. Shout out to Will. It's down there. He's a legend.
Amazing book, by the way. Hell yeah.
For sure. Great book. I was gonna say, like, yeah, explain to me just how all of that. How obviously he sees the video.
Yeah, manifestation for sure. That's really what that was. You know, just me like wanting to create a record for somebody who's like that I look up to. You know what I mean? I don't feel like just get the respect that he deserved. Like even as on a music tip. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure,
like,
on the music tip.
So
first rapper to win a Grammy.
First rapper to ever win a Grammy. Like, so I just felt like he didn't get the respect. He don't get the respect that he deserves. So it's like, you know, I wanted to make a record where I'm like really just giving him his flowers, you know what I mean? Me and my manager had a bet, like when we put it up, how long it was gonna take for him to see it and respond. I said it was gonna take a couple days. He was like, nah, he's gonna respond within hours, right? And I'm like, nah, this is like my hero. Like, so I'm like, this nigga ain't about to respond.
Right.
It took like 1 hour, 2 hours.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga hopped on the net, like, yo, Joyna, like, yo, this shit crazy. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, that shit
You go
crazy.
from playing him in the video to being in part 4 of the movie.
To not just being in the movie, but also like really having, you know, him as a real life mentor. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like an older brother for sure. Like I talk to him a lot. You know, we be in the studio together. Like he's somebody. I go to his house. Like he's the nigga, bro.
Well, he's like also like, for as famous as he is, like strangely transparent and vulnerable as a man. You know what I'm saying? Which 100%. I think is important.
100%.
Like, has there been any piece of advice that you've been able to kind of apply to your personal life or to your career that he's given you? Because he's seen it all, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, one of the biggest advice he gives me, like I say, is when he say not to be afraid of failing. Like, don't be afraid to fail. You know what I mean? And everybody's afraid of failing. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, you know, a lot of the geniuses and the people of the Kanye's and a lot of them motherfuckers, like, they weren't afraid to fail. You know what I mean? And that's why they're as big as they are. Pause. Yeah. You know, so I think that's a great advice. Like, you know, so that's one of the things that he's taught me. But he drops so much gems on a daily basis that it's like, it's just so much, you know. Yeah.
It's crazy that you're from Massachusetts. Obviously, I don't know how heavy the Boston's like dialect is in Worcester, but you don't have the Tom fucking Brady fucking shit going on. In your area, is it like, does the white trash sound like Ted?
Well, yeah, my assistant, he sounds just like fucking Ted.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yeah, Marty. Marty sounds just like fucking Ted. He's like the epitome of like Boston. Like he sounds like straight like Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.